So the Jaguars have decided to mutually part ways with offensive coordinator John DeFillipo. Why? What? For what? Why? Like, out of every coach on the staff, even the ones that have already been fired, John DeFillipo was probably the last name I expected to hear. I mean, if we're getting rid of everybody, fine, then I would understand. But, this to me makes no sense. The only thing I could maybe think of was he was that committed to Foles, or there's somebody else in mind. This just doesn't make sense at all. First off, we had a fucking rookie quarterback who passed for over 3,000 yards and should be winning Rookie of the Year. And we had a fucking 1,000-yard receiver and running back on the same team for the first time since, I don't know, I think it was probably Fred Taylor and Jimmy Smith were the last ones to do it. It just doesn't make sense. It makes no fucking sense whatsoever. I mean, is it his fault that the left side of the line was complete shit this year and we have no tight end to speak of? Was it his fault that Nick Foles was one of the biggest free agent busts of all time? I don't get it. For what this guy had to work with, I know people say this and that about his play calling, but he's miles better than goddamn Nathaniel Cat shit or Scott My Mama Bitch. Oh, he's also gone. He took a head coaching job in the CFL. It's I get changing some of the coordinators and stuff. I'm happy some of the did, but our biggest problem last year was defense. Why has nothing been done about that? Why is Todd Wash still here? I don't get it. Shad Khan preached, wasn't the whole fucking reason we kept Doug Marrone and Dave Caldwell stability? Okay, fine, but practice what the fuck you preach. Why are we getting rid of a guy after 1 year of being here? For what he had to work with, I think he did an alright job. I don't think he, was he fucking amazing? No, but did he warrant getting fired after 1 year? No. I don't fucking know, you know what this kind of does feel like to me? The typical Jaguars way of finding a coach. Now, I know people are saying, well, we kept Doug Marrone. Here's the thing. And I know this might surprise some people, but we're honestly looking for our next head coach right now. And they didn't think John DeFillipo was it. And they damn sure better not think Todd Wash is it. Holy shit, that'd be we would go 0-16. So I can tell you what's going to happen. Because Shad Khan does not do the fucking sexy higher pick from a college coach or a goddamn or a coordinator that's real high up on people's list to be the next head coach because of how big of a fucking disaster Gus Bradley was. Now, when they started to see that, this shit with Gus Bradley isn't working out, Doug Marrone came on the staff. And now once Gus Bradley got fired, they already had their next head coach in-house. So, and also too, I'm starting to learn now that, ever since the Gus Bradley failed experiment, Shad Khan and Dave Caldwell like guys with experience. Well, at least have been head coaches before. So, keep an eye on these names. Freddie Kitchens, Hugh Jackson, Pat Shurmur for offense. And if they are smart enough to fire Todd Wash, which, please God, do that, keep an eye on Marvin Lewis, possibly Mel Tucker, and Steve Wilkes, the guy who used to coach the Cardinals, was he an offensive or defensive guy? I can't remember, but if he's a defensive guy, keep an eye on that guy. And I'll tell you what's going to happen. Both of those coordinators, or one or more of those. Oh, and Dom Capers too, who's already on the fucking staff. Keep an eye on, just keep an eye on the situation. If one or two of those guys I just named is brought in, and if Doug Marrone fucks up, which there's like a 70% chance he's going to, depending on what type of moves we do in the offseason. If that happens, and he fucks up by, and they already know they're done with him by week 12 maybe, if they know by then one of those names from defensive or offensive coordinator is going to get promoted to interim head coach. And then, once the season's over, there's not going to be any search. That's going to be the head coach. It's going to be the exact same shit that happened with Doug Marrone when he got the job. The Jaguars don't like since Shad Khan's been the owner, the Jaguars don't like looking from the outside for a head coach. They'll use coordinators that have head coaching experience and then promote them. That's where Shad Khan has found an area of success, because Doug Marrone had a successful year in 2017. And you know what? That's also probably part of the reason we haven't invested much money in the tight end thing, because the Julius Thomas experiment was such a fucking disaster. So, they're scared. The Jaguars are scared to do shit like that. So, watch what I'll tell you a year from now if, let's say we hire, I don't know, Freddie Kitchens and Marvin Lewis, or offensive and defensive coordinator. Let's say both of them are hired. I'm telling you right now, one of them is going to be the head coach in 2021. Mark my fucking words. Maybe I'm wrong, but just the way this whole thing feels, it doesn't feel like it. But that's all I got. I've gone on for a while. Honestly, I think this is as far as DeFillipo goes, I think this is a dumb decision. We should have given him at least another year to build this offense with Minshew and see what happens. I guess if he's that broke up about fucking the organization wanting to move on from Nick Foles, whatever, I guess. But I just think there was a way around this besides firing the guy. All right, I'm going.